Plum Island is a small New England community on the seacoast of northern Massachusetts. We recently renovated a bathroom for a customer who wanted to incorporate some of the feel of the beach into her bathroom, but she didn't want anything overly blatant or tacky. The existing bathroom was kind of a cramped space with a very small vanity, an older spa tub, a neo-angle corner shower stall complete with 1980s style brass door trim, and the obligatory white toilet. Besides needing a cosmetic update, the tiled floor was pretty badly cracked and sagging from the weight of the spa tub when it was in use. The homeowner had told us she really didn't like it and had no interest in any of it for the purposes of this bathroom. So the first thing we did was come up with a new design. After getting inside the homeowner's head a little bit more, the three things we found out that she really wanted: one, a bigger shower, more countertop space, and that she liked white tile. White tile can be the most difficult to maintain, but what she really liked was the crisp look of a clean white tile. So with that information, we knew fairly quickly that the only two things we probably weren't going to change were the window and toilet locations. Everything else had to go. After we had reframed the floor and dealt with the plumbing and where the floor had sagged, we moved on to the fabrication of the shower enclosure. We created our shower pan and curb and pocketed the wall above the control valve to create a shelf space for shampoos and such. For the walls, we chose a very inexpensive white subway tile, but we knew we were going to add some type of accent that would bring some imagery of the beach into our design. Thankfully, the homeowner wasn't interested in pictures of starfish or seahorses or some of the other over-the-top elements that we see in a lot of beach homes. What we did find were these small round glass mosaic tiles that reminded us of bubbles, sort of like what you see when a wave churns up the water. It was very subtle and interesting, but the problem was that these tiles lacked one thing: they didn't have any color. So we decided we needed to come up with a clever way to get a bit of the ocean color into these tiles, something that just changing the grout color around them probably wouldn't achieve. That's when we came up with an idea. We decided to try dyeing our white water-based tile adhesive with some simple food coloring to get a hint of aqua or seafoam green into our glass tiles. Once we applied it to the wall, the color came right through the clear tiles, and that gave us this aqua hue to the whole area of tile accent. One of the other things that's very common to see in this area is sea glass. If you don't know what that is, it's just glass bottles and such that have found their way into the ocean and been broken apart and tumbled and then washed up onto the shore in pieces. Just like walking the shore looking for seashells, some people actually collect it because it has a very distinctive look. What we were able to find was another glass tile that had the same tumbled look and color that actually reminded us of sea glass. So we decided to use that on the back of the shelf pocket, and it complemented our round glass accent tiles in a pretty cool way. The floor of the shower was a textured white mosaic tile. We like to use a slightly textured tile on a shower floor because it makes the floor less slippery when it gets wet. The bathroom floor itself was another white tile with striations of light gray running through it. That kind of reminded us of the colors we find in the sand dunes and driftwood. For the vanity, we actually used two different cabinets together. One was a bank of drawers, and the other was a double-door cabinet we felt would be useful for storing larger items. This offset layout allowed us to put a single sink right in the center where the homeowner wanted it. That gave us ample countertop space on either side, another thing off of our checklist. For the countertop itself, we used white quartz. Now, if you've never seen white quartz, it's a very uniform quarried stone that has a tiny speckle to it and a color that is similar to the color of sun-bleached sand. It broke up the white of the cabinets really nicely without taking us to a whole new place. The walls we painted a very soft sage green as a sort of tip of the hat to the grass that grows along the sand dunes. We also used the same white quartz on the curb of the shower. And once everything was grouted, the room really came together, and now it had a very open, crisp feel. Last came the shower doors. We installed a custom frameless shower wall and door unit, which not only kept the shower feeling really open and spacious, but the glass had a naturally light bluish green tint that actually helped pull the color from the glass accent tiles together. The position of the sliding glass door eliminated any conflict with our toilet location, and yes, the toilet is still white. So there you have it. We went from a cramped beach cottage catastrophe to a much more elegant and sophisticated bathroom design that may not scream beachfront property at first glance, but it has a lot of very subtle and intentional elements that all work together kind of seamlessly, just to create the hint of the beach outside and to make neighbors jealous when they come over.